What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another scooter video. Today I thought I'd change things up a little bit with a little 30-second edit to jump things out just to get things rolling. Today I go up to Beavercreek skate park, and I know the title of today's video is Flair Challenge. I promised I'd get to the Flair Challenge. It's about the last 5 minutes of today's video. Before that I had a crazy good session at Beavercreek skate park and I filmed it all, and I was just like, man, it's just a great session. It was super fun. Got a little sketchy at some times, but overall great session, and had some really good tricks go down. But if you guys do want to skip ahead and see just the Flair Challenge, click the timestamp below, right down here in the marker, and it'll take you guys right to the Flair Challenge part of this video. But without any more hesitation, let's jump into it and get this intro rolling. We just rolled up to a skate park called Dominic skate park. I don't ride the skate park all that often, so you guys probably aren't familiar with the park's layout. But while I'm waiting for my Chipotle that I just ate to digest, I'm gonna put all my pads on and I'll give you guys a quick tour of the park.
Damn, why are you not gonna go down?
You want me to go down it?
Okay.
Alright.
Oh.
Starting off our tour, we're over here on the half pipe. Over there they got a little bit of a plaza section, and then they got a rail, a little bank-to-bank fun box section, and then over there is a nice little hip. I'm gonna work my way from right here on the half pipe because this is my favorite ramp. What do you think of the ramp? You like the ramp? Yeah, the half pipe is pretty cool here. So we're gonna start out on this ramp right here, and we're gonna work our way around to the skate park. I'm gonna try to go counterclockwise. So we're gonna start here and then go to the hip after this. Working our way down this quarter pipe over here. We got a nice little hip over here to boost. I cased that though, so not so nice. Then we got a little rail, you know, my favorite, because I can't do rails that well. Then over here we got a bank and some stairs. That ledge is like aggressively steep too. And that was basically a full circle of the skate park. There's a little curve in the middle just for some flatland stuff. It always feels so unsatisfying when I do a double whip because I know I could do a triple whip, but the double whip is just so much easier and chiller. But we're gonna head back over here to the half pipe just because this is my favorite section. I'm still waiting for my Chipotle to digest a little bit, so while that's happening, I'm gonna get just a nice flowy, boosted run a little bit and just start getting some warm up going. So cue that music. Oh man, that bump is wild. You guys gotta check this out. The wood is like warping right here. So like jumps up and down. As soon as you hit it, goes boom, boom, and then you go straight into the quarter pipe. And the same thing happened to this board right here. It's making the whole half pipe feel a little wonky. I'm gonna do one more line on this half pipe, and then we're gonna move around to the other ramps over there. Let's think of a cool line though. I'm thinking a buttercup whip, Flair double whip, and I never do inwards airs. So if I have enough speed after the Flair double whip, I'm gonna try that. I know I said I was just warming up, but I just really love this half pipe so much. It's always been one of my favorite ramps to ride growing up. But let's get it. Buttercup whip first. Inward. Oh, we slipped a foot. That's unfortunate. Technically we rolled away, but it was sketch. I guess that just gives me the opportunity to set up the second angle for this run. I was just watching that line back, and I'm really not a huge fan of how that inward looked. It really looked a little wonky. I kicked it off to the side a little bit, and then like it forced around and kind of came down like just not balanced. So I'm gonna see if I can get a nice boosted arced inward over this side right here. Try to avoid that little bump. There we go. That was a lot better. Now let's retry that line and hit the inward again at the end. See if we can get a little bit more cleaner now that we got a nice juicy one. that was just as sketchy. But we gotta move on or else I'm gonna get stuck on that line for quite a while. This next trick I'm thinking about doing is gonna be a flip drop. I haven't done a flip drop in a minute, and this ramp is all around a little sketchy. I'm sure you guys can probably hear all the little cracks and stuff. So let's see if we can get a first tee, and then we'll move on to another ramp. Let's get it. Wow, no joke, on that flip drop, I saw stars. Actually, I'm still seeing stars. You guys ever see stars when you do like really high intense flip tricks? For some reason, always on flip drops, that trick always gets me. That was honestly just a little I was not a huge fan of that. Actually, today's been a little sketchy since I first dropped in, but we're rolling with it. Otherwise, I'm gonna be spending forever doing these lines over and over and over again to perfect them to how I want them. But let's go ahead and move on to a new ramp now, just to show you guys the rest of the park. I know I already gave a quick little tour of the park, but I think the first trick on these stairs is just gonna be a nice little 360. See if we can get around them first. First tee. That felt way too easy, and the last time I was here I did a 360 bar spin down it, but since the last time I've been here I didn't have a dislocated fingers, so doing a bar spin with a rotation could get a little hairy just because I haven't done a lot of bar spins, maybe like 4 or 5 total since I've actually hurt my fingers. So we're just gonna try a little flat one first. It feels pretty good today, maybe 180 flat. The landing's a little sketch on that. I don't really know if I want to risk doing the 360 bar spin with it. If I can do one on the flat ground, I'll be willing to send it. Okay, I could do that. I just have to not land heavy on this hand. And basically, as long as I can make sure I get this hand back on the grip, I'll be solid. I feel safe enough to do it. Hopefully, the first tee. Wow, I don't like how I caught that. No joke, today has been full of sketch. On that 360 bar spin, I caught the bar like right on the down tube right there. That was about as sketch as you can get. We're moving away from the stairs now, and we're just gonna actually try the rail on the opposite side over here on the bank. Check to make sure it's actually kind of slippery. Perfect, that's pretty buttery. Watch the end have like a sticky point or something about that. Rails and stairs, I'm sure you guys know, not my favorite thing to hit at the skate park, so we're definitely getting out of the comfort zone today, but it's kind of cool to change things up. First tee. I feel like I kind of just earned my wings over there on that rail, so let's go to this little tinier rail and actually try a couple different grinds. I'm trying to think of the first trick to hit on this thing. I'm thinking I'll just do a simple board grind first. And now we'll come back for something else good. That is right there exactly why I don't like rails. Like as soon as I contacted it, it just like slipped down and I was, nuh-uh. That was about as clean as we're getting right there. Today's session is just sketch. Whew. Gosh, rails scare me. They shouldn't scare me that bad. Should have started out with the little flat bar over here. All right, I want to do one more grind on this thing. Do I even attempt a 50-50 on that? That could end so badly. Let me do a 50-50 down the sledge first, make sure I can even dial that in there. Oh gosh, I want to do it, but the fear of missing it is just so high. That was my #1 fear right there. I am so glad that I did not react myself. I didn't even think to check to see if that was high enough. All right, full commitment on this one. Then we are moving away from this rail. Whew. Just so you guys know, this deck is 4.725 wide, so not even 5 wide, and I can still lock into 50-50s just fine. Minus a little mini heart attack. Don't talk about that. But we are now moving away from rails. We're going over to this hip over here. This one is a nice solid hip that gets you boosted pretty high up in the air. So let's see if we can crank out a couple good ones over this thing. On this first one, I'm just gonna go for the highest boosted air that I can possibly get. That way I can also make sure that that camera angle is in line and in frame. That way I don't crop myself out. Nothing worse than going back watching the clips and then being like, dang, I cropped every single clip out. And we're back. The second camera over there died, so I had to grab a second battery for it. So we're back now doing this. I actually did not crop myself out of that clip, so I tried to position it in the exact same position, so hopefully this next one doesn't crop out as well. I'm honestly kind of running out of tricks to try on this thing because I can't take my hands off, so doing like whip, bar spin, combos, or anything with a late bar, or like taking this hand off feels sketch. But it's been a while since I've taken my hands off my bars, and I think it would be kind of cool to do a tuck no hander. I haven't done one in a fat minute, so might not be the most extended, but let's see what we can do. Hey, tricks, guys? Okay, that one actually felt really good. Feel more confident with the finger coming off. Knocked out 2 good tricks I haven't done in a while. That 360 bar spin on the stairs over there, and then now the tuck right here is slowly coming back. Stoked. Still not gonna push my luck, so let's go back to the half pipe and get another solid line over there. I think we shred this thing enough. We got the half pipe angle set up over here. Literally my favorite thing about half pipes is that I can set the camera straight up in the middle right here and just get the perfect shot going back and forth, and you can catch everything. That's probably partly why I love half pipes so much, just for that exact reason. Probably has nothing to do with the fact that I have one in my backyard. I really want to send a 5 flare in one of these lines coming up. I want to do at least a really boosted toboggan. I just made a tutorial on how to toboggan, so that will be out pretty soon if it's not out already before this video drops. Actually, I'll just have it linked up in the upper right hand corner if you guys want to see that video. But then I want to add a whip invert in there. I feel like that would be a pretty solid line. I'm going to try to warm up with a boosted flare first, just to make sure I can get enough airtime for the 540 flare. Alright, now the 540 flare should happen. That felt good. First try. Heck yeah. First try with the GoPro on, I'm hyped. That one ended up turning out so good. It was a nice lofty 540 flare. I think I got about up there as far as my head goes. So that's a good, I'd say about 4 feet above coping. Definitely gonna take that. But I don't want to end the session there. I'm not really sweating. I haven't really broken a sweat today, so I feel like I gotta do at least something a little bit on like the really challenging side. I know the 540 flare is challenging. Don't say I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but I gotta do something that at least gets my heart going a little bit. I'm gonna end it with a flare challenge. Basically, my goal is to do as many flares as I can, back to back to back to back. My goal is 10. If I can get 10 flares, literally on every single transition, that'd be insane. I know after about the 5th flare, I'm gonna be just so nauseated, like dizzy, that I'm probably not gonna be able to do anymore, but I'm gonna try to push myself to get to 10. Trying to decide if I wanna keep it low and slow, or high and lofty to give myself the slowest rotation so it minimizes me getting dizzy. I guess we'll find out first. Might take a warm-up run, or maybe the first run is the best run. Not really for sure, but we'll try just to go average for this one, and dodge all that dirt pile. Not trying to slip out. Take 1. Let's see if we can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I am so dizzy now. I got to 9, I can't even see the ramp. I'm gonna have to sit for a second. Oh my gosh, I feel like my eyes are tripping right now. I see like 2 half pipes. I'm gonna like find my center of gravity point and try that again, but that was so hard. After I got to, I think it was 1, 2, 3, that side over there got a little dizzy, and then after that it was just like game over, and they kept getting lower and lower and lower. The key to this is definitely gonna be staying high and keeping it lofty to where it's a slow flare instead of a fast whipping one that whips the head around. And I think I then will be able to get 10. I got 9, so I was really close on the first go, but I'm not satisfied with that. I think I've waited long enough. I'm gonna go ahead and attempt this again. I'll know after literally the first one if my brain is still unbalanced feeling, but I'll try to push through, and like I said before, gonna try to get 10. I got 9 last time. I know I can do this. Literally stalling because I don't want to do it. It's not the funnest challenge, but it is at the same time. All right, let's get it. 1. Oh gosh, we are not. If I can stop landing flat, that would be nice. Can definitely tell I should have done it. I should have done the 10th flare on the first go, because it's only gonna get worse from here on out as far as dizzy goes. I remember a couple of years ago, there was actually a scooter rider that did, I think, like 10 or 11 540 flares back to back to back at Ryan Williams' local park. I have no clue how he did that. I wish I knew who the rider was, because if I could find the clip, I'd overlay it and tag his Instagram, but I don't know what it is. But you just have to take my word. There was a rider that did 10 or maybe even 11 540 flares back to back to back. The only name that sounds familiar is like Jeremy, but that doesn't sound right, so not for sure. If I can find it, I will overlay it though. All right, I think I've stalled long enough now. Let's go ahead and go back for this challenge. I got 9 on the first one, and I think only 2 or 3 on the second one. See if we can not land flat and we can catch as much transition as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we ain't doing it. I'm so dizzy. Darn. Oh, I only got the 6 that time and I was cooked. All right, I'm gonna give it one more attempt. I've done a total of close to, what would that be, 15 flares now in the past like 10 minutes. That's a lot of flares back to back to back to back. But I still want to beat 10. That's my goal. I just gotta catch transition and defy the odds of being dizzy. Let's get it right here. 1, 2, 3 flat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh, 11. I'm stopping there. Can't see the ground anymore. Holy cow. I know I said just about 10 minutes ago that I wanted to do something that got my heart rate going and that was really hard. That passed the test right there. That one took a lot out of me. I did 11 flares back to back. I think that's my record. If not my record, I definitely tied my record. But literally after that 11th one, my front wheel started going, whoa, 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 and I couldn't see which way was left or right or straight, and there was no way else in another one. So out of breath though. That was so hard. If you guys ever try that challenge, comment it down below or tag me on Instagram and let me know what it is. My Instagram is @chase.rost, so you guys can tag me in the clip if you're doing the most flares back to back to back to back. If you guys can beat 11, mad props, because that's insane. We're gonna go ahead and wrap the video up there while I'm still walking straight, or at least kind of walking straight. Seriously, if you guys try that challenge, definitely do it and tag me somewhere on Instagram, or just shoot me the clip on DM and I want to see it. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys did, give me a big old thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. But that's gonna do it for today's video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.